What's up? We are back with another automatic knife. This is the Hawk Knives Deadlock Model B. Now, I've done a Model C before, maybe twice actually, and I'll link those. But this is the Model B, loaned in from JP, my buddy. And here is Hawk Knives information. They're in Idaho City, Idaho. And they make some amazing, kind of cool, crazy stuff. When you get a knife from them, you get some lip balm. You get the tool for the knife, which I think is really cool. And you get some lube for it as well, which, you know, that's just a cool thing. So many other companies tell you that you void your warranty if you touch the knife with a tool. And some of the companies inspect it and they're like, nope, sorry, I see tool marks on that whatever part of the knife, and we are going to void your warranty, which I think is total BS and just stupid at this point in life. So you get some cool stuff with the knife. And yeah, we're on the Model C, is the current variation of this knife. They are just cool. Like I said, I will link the Model C. I don't have a standard OTF here at the moment to compare this with, but the thing with Deadlock is there is zero blade play. Normally in an OTF, actually I do have the Boker OTF right here. Is it in there? Is it in the box? I don't remember if I left it in the box or I took it out somewhere. Nope, it's here in the box. Maybe this will be able to compare. Let's see. Right? So you can hear that there is some blade play. That's typical. You're going to get that on on every other OTF outside of the Deadlock. There's no blade play. There's like a little rattle in the clip, and in the mechanism inside is what you're hearing. But there's no blade play at all. And it just works great. This one is actually a pleasure to fire. It feels really good in the hand. You can feel the clip. I'm not going to lie. That's like maybe like a warm spot. I'm not even going to say it's a hot spot, but you do feel it. What's unique about the clip also, let's just zoom in here and take a look at this whole knife. We'll talk about the specs here in a minute. It's a double-edged dagger, 20 CV, carbon fiber scales. Here's some information. Deadlock 2020, G&G Hawk. The pocket clip is a hinged clip. So this is going to work in a lot of pockets. Now, it may not just be as easy to just slam it in and slam it out like a normal pocket clip, but it works pretty well. I'm not going to lie. And then you've got some more information on this side, a patent number, Model B, 20CV. I know that's reading upside down. But all in all, these are just really cool knives. I am not an automatic guy necessarily. I appreciate the mechanics of it, and I love the fact that we have such a thing. And the old school gangster, outsiders in me is like, all right, let's rumble. But yeah, I don't typically carry an automatic. I do have a couple. I totally kind of forgot about this one because it's kind of underneath a Hank over there. My Simpsons Hank from Everyday Hank EDC, Sherry. There is a discount code. You can check. I'll put that down below just because I don't get anything out of it, but it's nice for you guys. I think you save 15%. I don't remember now. But yeah, this is just very cool because it is the same size as a USB thumb drive type of thing. And it is D2 made by Boker. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So I do like the novelty of the OTFs, and even side opening automatics. I do have a side opener here that gets carried sometimes because it's a Hellraiser, and I absolutely love the Hellraiser. So any variation I could get, I got for the most part. Yeah, I had a little bit of a Hellraiser problem. But G&G Hawk, it's father-son team. And I talked about them in more detail in my Model C video. So go check that out for sure, please. And yeah, you get like me opening this box and searching for fumbling some stuff because I'm just an average guy talking about knives. I don't have a lot of high production value with a lot of editing and, bleeping out my, my bloopers. I just don't do that. I'm just a guy talking about knives. And, about 12 of you regularly listen and watch. And I appreciate all 12 of you. Sometimes it's 13 or 14. And I appreciate all of you. So that's why you get some randomness here. So sometimes. Here's a Sharpie and the Delica for some size comparisons on this thing. Yeah, I wish I had another OTF to kind of, really compare, like a full-size OTF. But here's my side opening Hellraiser. Roughly same size. But you do have double edge on this thing, so you get some extra stuff. So it's 4 3/4 closed, 8 1/4 overall, 3.5-inch blade. And I measure that blade from the tang here, not from down in here, because that doesn't really give you anything. So this is really from here to the edge is 3.55. The cutting edge is 3.30 inches times 2, if that's how you want to do it. And we got some dust here. So 3.3, 3.3. So you got 6.6 inches of cutting edge, if you will. Which you kind of do. If you're cutting and it gets dull and you have cut 500 feet of cardboard or whatever this is going to cut, you literally can just flip it over and keep cutting your cardboard. If that's what you want to do. It does give you some legitimate options having a double-edged dagger like that. Piercing material is also going to be super easy over just a drop point because you're actually cutting in on both sides. So there are a lot of advantages to that. The disadvantage is you have to remember that it's double-edged and you don't want to choke up on something and put your thumb here. Like don't be that guy. Which brings me to another point that I just thought of. If you have a double-edged knife like this and somebody borrows your knife, like you're in some setting and they're like, "Hey, dude, let me borrow your knife." And you're like, "Here you go." Make sure you talk to them. Make sure they understand. If they're a knife guy or something, sure. If I ask to borrow your knife, I got you covered. It's fine. But if your girlfriend's brother asks to borrow a knife, your cousin that you just met, you might want to give them a different knife than a double-edged OTF. That's all. I don't even know where I was with the specs. We'll just end it with the 4.8 ounces. So it carries really well. It's a little bit thick at 0.577. With the fire pin, it's 0.779. So it's basically 3/4 of an inch is here and probably here because the pocket clip is about the same as the fire button. Very cool knives if you can find them. These are very sought after and they're very hard to come by because they don't get sold on the secondary very often. I don't remember what the Model B was. I think the Model C was in that 1,200 range table price. And they were going for upwards of 2,000 sometimes. So, yeah, they're cool and they're innovative. I don't know if they're $2,000 cool, but hey, they're as cool. They're worth whatever anybody is willing to pay. And I've had some stuff that I didn't think was worth it that I either paid for because I really wanted it, or I sold it and I got more money than I thought it was worth because that person really, really wanted to buy it. So it is what it is. The price, yeah, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, there you go. The Hawk Knives Deadlock Model B. Go check out my other Model C video up here. And I think I have an automatic playlist. If I don't, I'll make an automatic knife playlist and put it up over in the other corner. Thanks, guys.